showing you? WhatsApp. The phone will call. But the water is showing. I go provoke. Check now. Is it showing here? Is it showing?
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Very good afternoon to you. Welcome to TVM's Metro Update. I am Fred O'Neill. Delta State authorities have sealed the Agbo Bolero Hotel and nightclub. The action was taken after the establishment was found to have breached state regulations concerning operations and public safety. The Delta State Tourism and Hospitality Board said the hotel and nightclub failed to comply with licensing rules. Officials emphasized that operators must adhere to guidelines to protect patrons and maintain community safety. The state government says inspections and enforcement will continue to ensure compliance by hospitality businesses. Delta State has allocated 175 billion naira to grassroots development, including healthcare sector expansion. Governor Sheriff Oboroweri, through Commissioner Charles Aniagu, said the funds will cover road construction, water projects, and health initiatives aimed at improving living standards for communities across the state. The government said the investment is part of efforts to promote equitable development across all government areas. Still on Delta State, the government has employed 1,000 academic and non-academic staff in tertiary institutions to enhance educational delivery. The recruitment will fill teaching and administrative positions across state-owned institutions. The government said the appointments were aimed at improving quality of education and supporting institutional growth. Officials added that the hiring process followed due procedures and targeted both experienced and qualified personnel. A man has been killed in Edo State following an argument over proceeds from park ticket sales. The police commissioner confirmed the incident, stating that the disagreement escalated into violence, resulting in one death. Investigations are ongoing to apprehend those involved. Authorities warned that informed revenue collection disputes can escalate quickly and urged community members to report conflicts promptly. Still on Edo State, it has officially declared a Lassa fever outbreak after reporting 6 deaths from the viral disease, health authorities have confirmed. The State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Cyril Oshomole, said in Benin City that the Ministry of Health's epidemiological review and risk assessment revealed 29 confirmed cases of Lassa fever, with fatalities concentrated in Esako West and Isan West local government areas. Dr. Oshomole said the State Public Health Emergency Operations Center has been fully activated to coordinate the response and clinical management of patients. All pillars of the emergency operation are now in place to tackle the outbreak. The commissioner urged residents to maintain proper food storage, keep homes and surrounding clean, avoid contact with rodents and their droppings, and seek immediate medical attention for symptoms such as persistent fever, sore throat, bleeding, or weakness. Lassa fever is a viral hemorrhagic illness primarily spread through contact with rodent excreta. Officials emphasize that early treatment is crucial to reducing fatality. Now, protesters returned to the National Assembly demanding the passage of reforms that would ensure electronic transmission of election results. The demonstrators carried placards calling for transparency in the electoral process. Civil society organizations said delays in implementing the system threaten public trust in elections. Now, security agencies maintained a presence to prevent escalation, while lawmakers resumed discussions on the proposed legislation. A coalition of civil society organizations has urged relevant authorities to investigate the administration of former Kaduna Governor El Nasser El Rufai. The coalition alleged financial irregularities and administrative lapses, asking anti-corruption agencies to review contract awards and governance decisions during his tenure. No official response from El Rufai's office has been issued so far. African leaders have pledged to increase funding to combat malaria at the African Union Summit. Officials emphasize collaboration between nations to achieve better healthcare outcomes, particularly for children in high-risk regions. Leaders urged countries to implement practical measures and allocate resources efficiently to reduce malaria-related deaths. The United Kingdom accounted for the largest portion of Nigeria's capital inflows in the third quarter of 2025. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, UK investors contributed significantly. Please, can you take that slide up? Can you take? According to the National Bureau of Statistics, UK investors contributed significantly to portfolio investments, with other countries following at lower levels. Analysts said continued policy consistency will help maintain investor confidence. We'll take a short break now. When we return, TVMs will continue.
Welcome to Dursag Engineering and Services Limited, a trusted name in the oil and gas industry, proudly registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission since the year 2000. We hold several specialized permits with the Department of Petroleum Resources, are accredited with service and product codes by NIPEX, certified by Dun & Bradstreet, and proudly ISO 9001:2015 certified. Our head office is strategically located at 43 Airport Road, Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. At Dursag, our areas of expertise cut across critical sectors, including manpower sourcing and supply, both local and highly trained expatriate personnel. Engineering services across civil, electrical, instrumentation, and mechanical works. Construction and fabrication works. Specialized procurement and supply. Operations and maintenance services. And integrated marine services, delivering supply boats, crew boats, tugboats, barges, houseboats, and speed boats. We are proud partners to some of the industry's leading players, including NNPC and its subsidiaries, Seplat Petroleum, First Hydrocarbon Nigeria Limited, MD Western, Saipem Contracting Nigeria Limited, and Lee Engineering and Construction, among others. Over the years, we have successfully executed manpower, EPC, and marine support projects with a strong record of excellence. At Dursag Engineering, we are committed to quality, safety, and timely delivery, ensuring that every project meets and exceeds expectations. Dursag Engineering and Services Limited, your trusted partner in delivering world-class engineering and energy solutions.
Welcome back from that break. The Lagos State government has listed two substantial bonds totaling 244.815 billion naira on the Nigerian Exchange Limited (NGX). The listings are part of the state's broader 1 trillion naira debt and hybrid instruments insurance program designed to raise long-term financing for infrastructure development. The first issue, a 14.82 billion naira Series 3 green bond, is a 5-year sustainable finance instrument due to mature in November 2030 and carries a fixed interest rate of 16% per annum. Lagos State says this green bond will support environmentally friendly projects, underscoring its commitment to climate-resilient infrastructure. Investors will receive semi-annual coupon payments every May and November, with principal redemption structured after an initial 24-month moratorium. In addition, the state listed a 230 billion naira Series 4 fixed rate bond, a longer-term instrument with a 10-year tenor and a coupon rate of 16.25% per annum, set to mature on 20 November 2035. This bond also includes a call option, allowing Lagos State to redeem at par after 60 months, subject to regulatory approvals and required notice to investors. The double listing was facilitated by a consortium of financial institutions led by Chapel Hill Denham Advisory Limited as lead issuing house and book runner, while Meristem registrars managed the registers. Other participants included Stanbic IBTC Capital, United Capital PLC, and Cardinal Stone Partners. Analysts say the successful listing highlights the depth of Nigeria's capital markets and the ability of subnational governments to tap long-term debt to fund infrastructure needs. Still on the market, oil prices drifted lower as markets awaited US-Iran nuclear talks, according to reports. The talks could influence Iranian crude exports, affecting global supply. Investors are cautious ahead of potential policy changes. Now, Asian shares were sluggish as the Lunar New Year holiday approached. The Japanese yen softened slightly after a strong week. Traders remained cautious with reduced liquidity in anticipation of holiday closures. The European Commission says it will attend a meeting of US President Donald Trump's Board of Peace in Washington this week, but only as an observer rather than a full member, officials said on Monday. EU Commissioner Dubravka Sirka will travel to the United States to participate in the gathering, according to a spokesperson for the EU Commission. The Board of Peace was established by Trump and is aimed at supporting peace efforts and reconstruction in regions affected by conflict, especially Gaza. The EU Commission stressed that its participation affects its outstanding commitment to backing the ceasefire in Gaza and contributing to international reconstruction and post-war recovery efforts. However, Brussels will not become a member of the board. Officials said the decision balances continued engagement on peace initiatives with caution about formally joining a US-led body. Still on the foreign scene, a group of German center-left social democrats has joined their conservative coalition partners in calling for restrictions on social media access for children, according to a discussion paper released in Berlin. The paper, signed by SPD lawmakers and state politicians, proposes a formal ban on social media access for children under 14 and recommends creating youth versions of platforms for older teens that eliminate autoplay, algorithm-driven content, and endless scrolling. It also suggests that users over 16 should have the option to turn off personalized recommendations by default. SPD leader Lars Klingbeil, who is deputy to Chancellor Friedrich Merz, told Der Spiegel that protecting young people from the flood of hatred and violence on social media is a top priority. The proposal follows a similar initiative from Merz's Conservative Party calling for a ban on social media access for those under 16, which is set to be discussed at their party conference this week. However, implementing such a policy nationwide is complicated in Germany because media regulation is handled by individual states, requiring negotiation among them for consistent rules. The discussion comes amid growing international attention on the potential negative impact of social media on children's well-being, especially following Australia's ban on social media access for teens under 16. The German government says discussions with France about closer cooperation on nuclear deterrence are at an early stage. A government spokesperson said the talks between German Chancellor Friedrich Merz and French President Emmanuel Macron are focused on exploring how closer cooperation on nuclear deterrence could be achieved, but that the discussions are still very preliminary. The spokesperson stressed that the aim is not to replace the United States' role in NATO's nuclear deterrence, but rather to explore strengthening cooperation while keeping the United States' central position intact. The government underlined the importance of maintaining the United States' protective role with NATO even as the two European nations examine possible future arrangements. Still on the foreign scene, Israeli airstrikes killed 9 people in Gaza, including residents in tent camp, according to Palestinian officials. The officials said the strike caused destruction in the area, affecting families and local infrastructure. And then Indonesia is preparing 1,000 troops for a potential peacekeeping mission in Gaza in April. Officials said or stated that the troops would assist in stabilization and humanitarian support if requested by the UN and local authorities. And in the world of sports, the Nigerian national football team will face Jordan in a friendly match while awaiting a FIFA ruling on World Cup qualification matters. Officials said the match will allow the coaching staff to assess player performance and test strategies ahead of upcoming fixtures. And that's a wrap on today's edition of TVM's Metro Update. For more updates throughout the day, follow us on our digital platforms and stay tuned to TVM for trusted news and in-depth coverage. I am Fred O'Neill. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.
Come on, clap your hands.